To kick things off, I'd like to express my appreciation for your interest in our turnkey business opportunity. Extending a warm welcome, we're excited to introduce you to our cutting-edge proprietary software, available for licensing within exclusive territories throughout Canada. Today, you'll be joining us for a demo that vividly illustrates how our software, solutions, and support can make it seamless for you to become a lender in your own exclusive territory in Canada, attract and onboard a steady stream of new and returning borrowers through our software, and effortlessly approve and manage loans using our intuitive back-end dashboard. As we delve into this exciting venture, keep in mind the tremendous potential for financial success. The demo is 30 minutes long, but we are confident that by the end of this presentation, you'll be as excited as we are about this opportunity. The presentation will answer many of your questions, but if you have any technical or business questions, send us an email to the addresses below or give us a call, and you'll get an answer right away. So, let's get started. We'll begin with what a borrower sees, a custom-built website designed to provide information about your services and invite them to apply for a loan. To demonstrate, we're going to apply for a loan, and we'll follow it through the system so you can watch the software in action. We'll also talk about setting up your company and what it takes to get licensed and how we can assist with that process. This is one of our demo websites. To become a lender in Canada, you must have a consumer protection license. Here, you can see the mock-up of a consumer protection license. We help you get all the documents submitted to consumer protection so you can get your license and start issuing payday loans in Canada. Then we help you get your license set up and we build this website for you. This is one of the demo websites that can be customized to whatever name you choose. The name you see here would be your loan company name, and we would customize the website for you. We would input your consumer protection license on the website and set it up, allowing you to start issuing loans as soon as possible. This purple pop-up message highlights one of the rules of consumer protection. You must clearly display your lending license and you must show the breakdown of a loan. The annual percentage rate is 391.07%. This is very important to consumer protection. They really want to make sure that the borrower understands that it's a high-interest loan. So you must make that clear to the borrower before they can move forward on the website. Then the borrower decides, yes, I want to get the loan, and they close this window. The website we developed for you is informative and professional, encompassing 187 pages written with all the rules and regulations of consumer protection in mind, so that it doesn't go outside of their guidelines. It's designed to inform readers, but also to invite them to obtain a hassle-free loan should they need it. The language we present builds confidence, safe and secure, expert support, no hidden fees, inviting the viewer to start the loan application, reassuring them that they may apply immediately, know immediately, and receive their money. Fast and flexible, the website shares all the important and necessary information and requirements to get a payday loan, so the reader can make the decision to move forward and apply for a payday loan. The site has so much helpful content. For example, in Canada, there is a child tax benefit. Many people like to utilize their child tax benefit to qualify for a payday loan. This page, along with many others on the website, is specifically written for search engines. I'll speak more later about marketing and SEO, but understand that the website we create for you is designed to direct borrowers to your site through all search engines. Think of this website as your 24/7, always-on digital marketing agency, attracting borrowers to your service. Once they're there, they see multiple calls to action. So you can apply right here. You can click here to apply. There's a sign-up tab here. It's so easy for your borrower to start a loan application. We want to show you how easy it is using our user-friendly calculator. Let's start a loan application. Let's say we want to borrow $1,000. You'll notice a 1, 2, and 3 here. By law, if you get a payday loan, it must be paid on your very next payday. However, consumer protection expanded this and allows the borrower to spread it out over 3 payments, spanning 3 paydays. The rule is you can get a payday loan with 3 payments, but it must be within 62 days. Someone who is paid weekly or bi-weekly will be allowed 3 repayments. However, someone who gets paid monthly will only be allowed 2 repayments because that 3rd repayment would go outside of the 62 days, and that would go outside of consumer protection. For this demonstration, we're a borrower and we want 3 repayments. We're in British Columbia and we apply for the loan. When a borrower clicks Apply, they are taken to the sign-up page. The functionality of this page and much of our site is powered by Microsoft Azure, which is an industry-leading cloud service that allows you to leverage all of Microsoft's security features and functions. Microsoft is our partner, and with Microsoft Azure, there are a number of security and validation features. When a borrower signs up, if there's a problem with their email or contact information, they'll get notified. All of the backend is secure. Azure uses something called a token, making it impossible for someone to hack into another person's account. When they input their email address, Azure sends them a code, and that's how they create their account. We'll use a demo account to illustrate the features. Now, the very first time that a borrower signs up, they don't actually land on this page. They will arrive at a profile builder where they'll input their date of birth, phone number, and address. This is another outstanding benefit that we offer. In addition to the 187-page website configured specifically to draw in traffic to your site, Google and Meta ad campaigns, and all the other digital marketing assets we provide, borrowers in your territory are seamlessly connected to you. This allows us to leverage a suite of marketing assets to bring borrowers through the door. For this example, if this address was within your territory, as soon as this person signed up, it will automatically be assigned to you. The entire backend will be completely customized with the name and logo of your loan company. So, after they've filled out this profile, selected the licensee, they will come to this page. I'm going to revisit this page in a short while, but before I leave, I want to direct your attention to this sidebar with shortcuts designed to give borrowers fast access to the information they want. They can view their loans, they can pay for the loans, they can check everything out. Very handy for them. They can view status and view these frequently asked questions. We have a page just for the major frequently asked questions. These vary based on province. For example, a borrower in Saskatchewan will have different frequently asked questions than someone in another location. This makes it quick and easy for the borrower to get their questions answered. We have a support ticketing system here. Borrowers can also call customer support, and that experience is customized to your company. If they fill out a ticket here, there's a drop-down menu with different departments. They can indicate that they are having problems with billing, phone verification, ID verification, what have you. They can get all of those things answered here, and it'll show up in their message box. This is a borrower benefit and a failsafe against aggressive spam filters because it will send an email to the customer and it will save a duplicate in their message box over here on the left. This is the back end, which is completely mobile friendly. We have an app for it as well. So it's very easy for the borrower to contact customer support. If your borrowers are having a problem logging in, you, the licensee, have a back-end team that takes care of that. If borrowers are having a problem with the loan application, your back-end team takes care of that. The bottom line is you never have to worry about the customer. It's a very turnkey business for you, the licensee. As promised, I want to get back into the loan application process. The borrower is going to begin a loan application here. This 6-part process is the proverbial brain of the back-end portal. The system will require this information from them for every loan application the borrower wishes to have considered. Here at step 1, a lot of verification is happening within the form, and if something gets flagged, it's going to show up in the back end. I'll show you that a little bit later in the demo. The system is analyzing a lot of information here about the borrower. Current contact information, employment information. If they change jobs, addresses, or the amount of their pay, the system will process this, even if they got a loan a month ago or 2 months ago. You want to have all their up-to-date information. Various things are happening here. The borrower must verify that they are a Canadian resident to get a payday loan. This form is very intelligent, and it's validating and verifying input along the way. Step 2. Here in this drop box, we've got all the major sources of income: full-time, part-time, pension. There's child tax benefit and disability. Ultimately, the borrower needs to prove that they're making $800 a month. How do we verify? The system will verify banking information authorized by the applicant, which I'll demonstrate in just a minute. The borrower must input some pay dates, which I'll demonstrate. For this demo, let's say I get paid bi-weekly. If I try to skip my payday, this is going to lock and it's not going to allow me to move forward. The rule of consumer protection is you must pay your payday loan on the next payday. The system is prompting the borrower to consider, okay, I get paid in 2, 3, 5 days, maybe I can wait. So it'll lock here, and they won't be able to move forward. They'll just usually spread it out over 3 paydays so that they can get the loan. In step 3, the borrower will have to put in 2 references. Your back-end team will verify the references, ask certain questions, and all that information gets added to this customer's profile. In step 4, they input their employer information. Note that the rule in Canada is you can call the employer to verify that they are working, but you can't call and collect money. All this information gets added into their profile, and their employer will get called to verify that they're working and there's no problems. Step 5. As demonstration, we indicated that we want to borrow $1,000 on the front end of the website. But you see, it actually limited us to $500 because we said we only make $1,000 a month. That's because by law, you can only borrow up to 50% of your income. This varies only slightly based on the province. For most provinces, it's 50%, except in Manitoba, where it's 30%. There, you can only borrow up to 30%. However, the software automatically adjusts based on the amount of income that the applicant says they earn. So in this case, it's limited to only $500. The borrower indicates they want the full $500 and they want to spread it out over 3 repayments. This is called a pre-authorized debit or PAD, which is a term in the payday loan industry. It means at the end of the term of the loan, the system will debit their account on the authorized date. Another word for it in Canada is an NFT. If a borrower clicks on the Terms and Conditions box, they can read and learn more. Basically, it says, we will be going through your bank account so that we can verify that you are making the money that you say you're making, and we can determine if you can get the loan or not. If we agree and continue, it takes us to step 6, which further demonstrates how intelligent the software is. We have connections to over 300 banks and credit unions across Canada. Here, they log into their online banking like they would normally in the secure portal. They have all the major banks and credit unions and can filter to search. We'll choose Test Bank to help us demonstrate and log in with some dummy credentials. While the software is analyzing, I'll show you what happens on the back end. The system will create a report on the account using access which has been approved by the loan applicant. The system analyzes the data and conducts a risk assessment by cross-referencing over 500,000 other banking reports from other payday borrowers. Occasionally, a prospective borrower will ask if you do a credit check. You do not. A credit check provides a long-term 3 to 6 month outlook on an applicant. Payday loans are short-term, so our software examines their day-to-day purchases to determine if the applicant is consistently paying their phone, rent, or TV bills. If they receive an NSF for those, we want to know. The software runs an algorithm to check information and provide a risk score. Someone who has a risk score from 0 to 6 is someone who is going to pay on time. Someone who has a risk score from 7 to 13 is someone who's going to pay, but they're going to pay a little bit late. And as a lender, that's good because by law, you can add a charge when people pay late. There's a daily interest charge and it adds up quite substantially. I'm going to show you that on the back end. While the software is running that risk score, the system is also analyzing other information. This is another intelligent software feature. The software is verifying their bank information. If they input the wrong institution or account number, then it's going to flag. If their identity doesn't match, for example, if they're Joe Smith on the loan application, but there's a completely different name on the bank account, then the software is going to catch that. There's job verification. It's checking their employment. If they said they're working, it's looking to verify that. If they missed their payday last week, it might indicate that they've lost their job. The system evaluates their income stability. It's looking at non-sufficient funds charges or NSF charges. NSF charges and overdue charges are viewed differently in the payday loan industry. As a prospective payday loan borrower, if they have an overdraft, the bank still trusts them. This is viewed as better than if they don't have an overdraft. When it looks at NSF charges, it's considering, did they pay their cell phone bill or did they pay it later? It's looking at things like that. This list shows the categories all added up together so that we can do further analysis on the back end. Looking at their total debt and other data, here are line by line.